So first of all, hi Udita.
Hi.
Good evening. Thank you so much for allowing us to take a small feedback from you. And we actually like to spread the service and the kind of work that we are doing. And
Okay.
nothing speaks louder than happy clients. I'm assuming that's the case.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So I just have a few questions for you, and I'll appreciate if you can just answer that. So, how's your journey been like with us, and for the services that IO has been working with your company, right? So first of all, just give us a little bit introduction about you. What's your role in the organization, and how long have you been working in this company? And could you just give us a little brief?
Sure. My name is Udita, and I've been working in Hindustan Pencil since 2016. So the association is kind of 9 years, and I've been working here in different roles. And last 1 year, I've been working as a product manager for pencils, erasers, markers, geometry box, and chalks. And I have worked with Iowa for markers and sorry, not markers, basically highlighters. And we were looking for some fresh designs while we were exploring the market. A lot of designs that we saw had, similarity. There was some synergy in them. And we wanted a fresh design altogether. That is when we really decided to go outside and explore.
Perfect. Yeah. So, to as extension to that question, so
Yeah.
I just like to know what is the challenge as a company like yours would like to seek a solution from a design agency like us, and why would you seek a solution outside the organization? What made you come to company like us, and why did you select IO as your working partner?
Uh, I think to answer that question, why a company like us will like to explore outside agency is because we need fresh perspective, somebody who is not from the industry to come up with something. I mean, there's a different way of looking at things, right? We have been working in that environment for so long. There is something called, a kind of mental blockage that comes, a creative blockage that comes, and somebody from outside can bring fresh perspective, fresh way of looking, more, maybe better understanding of designs or different designs and usability as well. So when we contacted IVA, our objective was to break that monotony while we are looking at different designs, we're exploring different designs. We wanted a fresh perspective, and that is why we thought that let's try out some outside agency. Why Iowa? Because during the pitch, the way it was presented, the way it was, the way the kind of you can say references that were shown to us, we thought that okay, we are in the right place, and we can definitely explore and work together as a team to come up with something different, something new. So yeah.
Perfect. So I just like to understand, were we able to address the challenges, or were we able to address the problems that you presented to IO at the start of the project?
The product that we actually came to you was something which is not just definitely needed a different design, but was also a very rate sensitive product. So cost was very key for in the designing of this, and definitely I was able to meet not just our design expectations but also the cost expectations as well. Like we mentioned before, the design and the briefing and the cost expectation all were aligned while we came to the conclusion. So we don't have to really make compromises at the end while finalizing this design. So this was the best part. So whatever we could see, we could actually execute it as well.
Perfect, perfect. So yeah, so the next question is, what stood out the most in our approach towards design and our approach in the process? Could you elaborate one specific thing that you really liked that what our company was able to do?
Okay, so for me, the projects that I have seen, the kind of references that you have taken, the source of inspiration is something which was very different. So when we do, when we try to check for references, we mostly go within the same category. But in your reference decks, I saw that you have taken, inspiration, design inspiration from something which was like sometimes we were also amazed. यार ये उससे ये design का inspiration आया है, which was something different. I really like that approach where you do not, keep yourself within a boundary and just explore anything and everything and draw some kind of inspiration out of it to adapt it to something else. That was something which really stood out for me. And like I said, जो हमारा design था plus जो cost target था वो meet हो रहा था, and we were getting something which was different from the usual. That really actually stood out for me. I really like the approach, to be very specific.
Yeah. So now this is a very personal question. I mean, I know for a fact that you have worked on very few projects, but so designs that we have delivered, in the projects, which one is the one that stood out most to you for any particular project, and why, if you could highlight?
The one that stood the most. I recently came across your designs for sharpeners, and I really like those designs. For me, they were definitely as per the market requirement, the trends that are going on, whatever kids like, and the way you have ensured that the design and the usage of the product is also, catered to, was something I really liked. So for me, that sharpener project and your designs was something that really impressed me.
Okay. Um so yeah, I think we have covered pretty much questions. Just the last two questions that I have. Uh, Before we proceed, are there any other comments and thoughts that you like to share about your experiences which I have not covered, or anything specific apart from this?
I think overall the experience working with Iowa has been very smooth, and there were very limited follow-ups, very limited. You don't have to again and again go with follow-ups and everything. So that made the entire, process, the entire experience much better than in terms of any other agencies where you have to, either chase the timelines or maybe go on briefing again and again, discuss things again and again because our brief was not adhered to. So that was something which I did not actually have to face in case of Iowa. So that I think is much
Okay.
addition to the experience.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Anything lastly, would you recommend for our future clients? What would you like to say about Iowa? Should they be working? What was your experience, and would you recommend our services to others?
Of course, I would suggest that people, I mean, you should try for different industry, different consumer products. And I would also like to see if we can work on some promotional materials in the future and see how that could be designed. And definitely, I would recommend my friends to, work with Iowa in the future.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much for the
you.
time.